Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Obioma and I talk about faith, it's lifestyle, fashion, honestly, God, whatever, comes to my mind and in my boredom I decide to speak about. So I hope you enjoy, stick around. New videos every week. I will be consistent, I will be consistent, I will be consistent. I will be consistent. So the purpose of this video is just to kind of give you guys something that the Lord dropped on my heart. This is a really tumultuous season, and honestly, like, a lot of us are going through it. I don't know what capacity you're going through it. I can't pretend that I'm unaffected either by the pandemic or just life as we know it kind of coming to like what feels like a screeching halt. And I'm a big whyer, so I don't just accept things as is. I like to ask why, and I'm not always vocal with my asking of why, but I am consistent with it. So if things happen and I feel like they shouldn't have happened a certain way, my first thing is to say, okay, why did that happen that way? And the person or the entity I go to with my whys is God. And I'm like, why, God, did that happen? Like, why did this pandemic happen? Like, those are the questions I ask God, because one, he's able to answer them. Does he always answer them? No. But as I was going for my morning walk, jog, walking when I'm lazy, jogging when I'm not, I was actually texting a friend of mine, and she was asking how I'd been doing during this whole pandemic and like how me and my husband had been doing. And it was as I was texting her that I really, like, the word restore came to my heart and dropped in my spirit. And I basically ended up texting her, I remember, cause she was asking, how was I doing with like marriage and then being a newlywed and all that fun stuff. And I was like, I really feel, sorry y'all, I was like, I really feel like God is restoring all the time that I have been away and separate and distant from my husband. I really felt like I remember like crying and just, feeling envious and jealous. Like, all these women get to be with their significant others. They get to enjoy this time with their loved ones. Why God can't that be my story? And now I've had a straight like 2 months where I get to spend every day with my husband, or almost 2 months, a month and some change. And I don't hate him yet. I'm not annoyed by him. I actually pretty much love it, to be honest. It's been such a rewarding experience. It's been such an eye-opening experience. But as I was continuing on my run, the Lord continued to drop the word restore. And in a previous meditation, listening to worship music session, I listened to this exhortation where this woman was just speaking about how God is a restorer. And the thing about God being a restorer is that he restores things that we don't even know that we've lost. And I believe that's the word of the Lord for some of you out there. I think in this season it's easy to think about this being a pandemic and being something that's just crazy and out of control and you have no ability to impact. But I truly believe that this is a season where at the end of it, God is going to restore to you everything that the enemy has stolen from you, undermined in your life, tried to kill in your life, and tried to contaminate in your life. And I go off the Deuteronomy 30, and I believe it's verses 1, 2, 3, where the Spirit of God is speaking and talking about how, once he scattered the children of Israel, he's going to bring them back and he's going to restore to them a double portion of everything that they've lost. And I think that's a word for a lot of us out there. I truly want you to not have the perspective of the world thinking, okay, everything is going to hell in a handbasket, right? Pardon my language. And so is my life. No, I think you need to come into the mindset that, what is God trying to do in this season? There is a why for this. And oftentimes in the restoration process, there is a destruction that has to happen. There's a death that has to occur. And what I mean by this is I was actually looking up, how do art pieces get restored? One of the first steps in that is that the layer of grime and the layer of tarnish on top of the priceless art piece has to be removed first. And once that layer is removed, then the restorative team can actually come in and restore the masterpiece back to its original intention and design. And something else I thought was really cool about at least the restoration process for art is that properly done restoration like maintains the value of the original piece. Restoration does not devalue an item when it's well done. And I truly believe that God is going to not just restore a lot of you to a place where you felt like you should have been, but the original intent of his plan and his design for your life. I know for me, there's been a season where I literally was wayward from where God wanted me to be. And even as God is talking to the children of Israel, he said he's going to give them a double portion, not of what they want, but what if he intended for their lives. And I'll put that verse either in the comments or in this video somewhere, because I think it's necessary that we go back to scripture for things like this. So think about the process of restoration, and I'll end with this. The point of restoration is not to bring you back to the place you feel like you should have been. The point of restoration is to bring you back to the place you were intended to be. And that is the dopest thing to me. I think that this season, I believe that in this season, what God is about to do for the believer, and for those of you who feel like you've been lost or you've been asking why or what is, God is trying to bring you back to your original intended design. Don't look at what is going on in the world as a roadblock, but look at it as a navigation, as a removing of that varnish layer. And as God intending to bring you back to where he originally planned for you. We've been praying, God, your will, your way, your desires, your whatever you want, God, I'll do it. Okay, this is the season where he's doing whatever he wants. And our job is to hold tight, to trust the process, and to understand that he is God and we are not. And his intended plan for us is good, and his will towards us is perfect. And so I hope that encourages you if you are just kind of like me, asking God, what are you doing? I don't understand. Where are you in this whole process? I know that God is faithful. He is for you. He is with you. He's not against you. And his heart for you is so pure and loving. And his greatest desire is to have a deep intimacy and a relationship with you. Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, and the light. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Share it with a person that you feel like needs to hear this word. Restoration is your portion. God is restoring everything that the enemy has tried to take, and it's going back to the original intention. If you believe that, type amen in the comments, or just share the video, or like, or subscribe. You got options. I'll be back next week with another word, and I'm so glad that you guys are watching. I'll see you later. See ya later.